Why should you, the seller, be getting pre-inspections prior to listing your home for sale on the market? First thing that you're going to want to know is most buyers are going to do, at a minimum, a home and a pest inspection. They're looking for damage, right? It's the things that you cannot see when you go visit a house on an open house or a tour with your agent. You have to actually get an inspection report to see what's going on with the plumbing, with the HVAC system, anything with the foundation. So all that stuff is kind of up in the air unless you do inspections up front. So by doing inspections up front, what you're going to do is you're going to be in a position to, number one, do the repairs if you choose to do so under your terms, meaning that in the middle of escrow, if something comes up, the buyer is typically going to ask you to repair something, and it's going to be from somebody that they got the inspection from or that they got a bid from. This will allow you to actually get more time to figure out who the best vendor is to do any type of repair needed, and have the time to make sure that you choose one that's cost effective so that you're not at the mercy of the buyer. Secondarily, when you do inspections up front, what you're doing is you're showing the market the condition of the home, and typically their offer is going to reflect all the information, right? So if they're able to review all the inspection reports and confirm, then they're going to be able to structure an offer that's almost like an as-is sale. Of course, they can still do their own inspections with their own people. However, you're letting them know, here's the condition of our home, barring anything completely inaccurate, this is how you're taking the house. In fact, I just did that with one of my personal residences. It had $5,000 worth of pest repair, some other things going on, but I posted those with my listing, and the buyer just bought it as is with those issues and in that condition, no problem. Lastly, the thing that we're doing is we're avoiding a renegotiation in the middle of escrow, so you have a much higher chance of closing it. Now imagine how it normally happens is the buyer writes an offer because they like the property, they walk through. Once they get into contract, they do their inspections. We're like 10, 15 days into contract with only 15 days less to close, and bam, they hit you with a big inspection and a request for repair, and now you're having to renegotiate and sacrifice. And maybe it's reasonable, maybe it's not. And that's exactly what you want to avoid, because when you're halfway through, sometimes what I see is sellers have already made their plans to make an exit from their property. And now they may be more forgiving on negotiating and give up more because they already have their next plan in place in motion. That's what I would consider doing. It's something that's becoming more common, and I've done it with my clients. It works really well. I've done it for my own personal properties. Consider getting pre-inspections on your home before selling it, and you're going to reap the benefits in the long term over getting the most money for your house. You're going to have a more simple sale. It's going to be as is, and you're going to be able to promote it properly to buyers without the buyers having to question the condition of the home. So it makes them more confident to come forward with their highest and best offer.